Welcome to Crafty Mini, and in this one, because I'm a little bit behind on this really large project I'm working on for the channel, I decided to take a leaf out of the book of a favourite YouTuber of mine, the Welsh Miniature Board Gamer. He does these really cool updates on what he's been working on each month, and I thought, well, with this being the end of the season 6, I'd do the same sort of thing. So please go and check out his channel, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for him. He does some really good videos and some cracking paint jobs and conversions. Right, and onto the video. So this season's done quite a bit actually. So starting off with this bust. This was from Yappy Crafts on Etsy. I'll link everyone who I've bought from in the description below. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was a good test to push in sort of contrast and going really high end and bright colours. Something I don't normally do. And yeah, it was good practice, and really enjoyed it. The orange skins come up lovely. A couple of things I'd do better. I'd spend a bit more time on the armour details, and maybe a slightly different tint on the horns. But the skin tones I'm really happy with. It was just an absolute joy to paint. And again, I've said this in multiple videos, if you want to get better with your painting, go and try a bust or a larger miniature, because it really does push your painting. So there was this guy, the Pallette inspired Wasteland Raider, one of my best videos to date. Just a ton of fun painting this thing. Really liked it. It's when I first started getting into the dirty down rust effects, which I thought really did elevate the miniature to a new level. But it just bags of character, and an absolute joy to paint. Love this miniature, and it's one I'll definitely be having on display. So then there was me little orc. I just I'd done a big project at the time, and I wanted just to chill out and do something a bit fun. So this was on the community post, and I wrote a little poem about him, about the orc who ate the wrong mushroom. It was just a good bit of fun. It's a dead orc 3D print that I got for another project that I was working on at the time for a commission piece, and this was a spare one. Had a spare base and one of these little mushrooms. So I thought, right, we'll do something different. And I really like using a mix of green and yellow for orc skin. It gives a really nice sickly colour. But yeah, a load of fun that was. Perhaps my favourite miniature I've painted this season was this weird witch doctor. I went full into the grimdark style for this one. Just really enjoyed it. A bit of conversion with the leash and the strange creature that's sort of, I don't know, like his minion or his slave. But yeah, really pushed myself with this one and thoroughly enjoyed it, trying to go as grimdark as possible. So this was my attempt, well, my final attempt, because I'd done 3 other versions, but this was my final attempt at a proper Plague Marine. Massively kit bashed, using from several kits. So the Blight Lords, some Plague Marine pieces, an old 3D print that I got from years ago of, I think it was actually Mortarion. That's where the legs and the base actually come from. And then using a lot of milliput to actually make that big belly that's distended. Load of fun for that, and I really enjoyed doing the video as well, looking into the actual sort of lore of Nurgle. So this will be one of the giveaway pieces, more on that at the end of the video. But this was my first attempt at a live stream, and I had this painting in the background. Really enjoyed it. It's, if anyone knows what character this is, by the way, please mention it in the comments, because I haven't got a clue. I bought this at a fair about 4 or 5 months ago. It had been sitting there, and I just wanted to get around to painting it. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I like the cloak, the blending on the colours. Had a lot of fun with. Just think I need to take a bit more time on some of the minor details. But other than that, it was a good fun paint. So this was my kit bash from the Kill Team Kaskrin, and this was my version of 40k meets Splinter Cell. I'm a big Splinter Cell fan. I've enjoyed all of the games, and I wanted to make a character for an upcoming 40k themed RPG a friend of mine's running. And I've always liked the idea of playing a guardsman. It's a normal human against all these insurmountable odds. But I thought I'd bet like a special ops type thing. And yeah, it had the head with the goggles, just a few little adjustments to the gun, but I really enjoyed that little project. So this was one, I only did it as a community post, but it was a bit of fun for me. I wanted to try something different for Orc Flesh, and because I got the Orc Commando Kill Team box, I thought, well, what about Grey? The idea these guys are stalking in these jungles and swamplands. I had a lot of fun making this knob. Give him a custom base with a dead Space Marine on it, and yeah, really enjoyed it actually. It's something different, and that grey sort of colour scheme, I think it actually works. It's a nice variation just to the traditional green. But yeah, a load of fun doing this one. So this was my Orc War boss I did early on in the season. Great 3D print and just absolute massive scale. I'm still yet to change the skin colour on his cyborg head. I've got to do that, but the armour, I tried a new way of painting. Again, using those dirty down paints to rust him up and make him look battle worn. But the pose and just the scale of this thing is just brilliant. It's just something I've never really done before, a proper war boss. But there you go for scale. That's the size of a normal guardsman compared to him. But yeah, this was a fantastic paint job. A couple of things I would change. I think a bit more weathering the skin, and I need to work on the basing a little bit more on that one. So this was my butcher. Now the reason I've not finished his base, because I'm actually going to rebase him, because I want him for a D&D campaign as well. But this was a ton of fun. This, like the witch doctor, I was pushing the grim dark. The blood and the effect and the rust effects on that cleaver have come out really nice. I like the fact he's got this big chunky belly, and it's a different colour to the red skin. He just looks gnarly and nasty, and this is one of my favourite paint jobs as well that I actually did this season. When he's rebased, I'll do a little community post on him for people to see what he looks like finished. So this was last week's video, where I was working on my grimdark style flesh. Overall I think it's come out pretty good. Maybe just cut down the rust a little bit more on that main shoulder pad. But overall I'm really happy with this, and it's got that, with the helmet, that pyramid head vibe, and I'm a fan of the Silent Hill games. This is why I bought him originally. But it's got like, it's almost like one of those mythical creatures you see in 300. It's a lot of fun to paint. Always go and grab something that's a bit different if you're searching for 3D prints, something that'll push you when you're painting a bit more. So these were my couple of initial tests for Plague Marines. I'd never done anything chaos related in 40k before. I'd always been just guardsmen and orcs. So yeah, this was different. Had to try a completely different way of painting, something I wasn't used to. I've tried some extra modelling and like distended bellies and things, and the black one on the right was my first attempt, and he looks a bit too stretched. The belly's not big enough, and then the one on the left is just a normal kit that I've just painted up and tried some different things on. But these are what led me to my Nurgle video, and so I'm really happy with them. It's good to experiment. This was the very first version going into the Plague Marines in 40k. Overall, pretty good. I like the base, the way I did the swamp. I enjoyed that. Just needs a bit more work on the details, but it was just to practice trying to get that official sort of armour colour that you see on the box art. This was my Orc Sheriff, so I just did a very small conversion on the actual Orc kit that this is from. I really like the squig, giant squig in the orange. The flesh I think is a bit too green. Maybe I'd do it more like that poisoned orc from earlier, with the yellow instead of just higher greens for the highlights. And the hat is slightly out. It's a bit too big. When I took his boss pole off, it made the hat look a bit strange. But overall, it was a lot of fun and something different to do. Right, now these haven't been on the channel, so a subscriber bought me Blackstone Fortress. which was absolutely amazing gift, and I've slowly been working my way through. Now these aren't the super duper top end standard that I can paint to. These are what I call my board game standard, because they're going to get picked up and played with a lot. They've got a heavy varnish on, they're there to be used and have fun with, but they all look distinct from each other. The sculpts are really nice in this box set, because I never managed to get a hold of it when it came out first time around, and I just wanted to do something slightly different from the box art, try and put my own sort of spin on it. The Kroot in particular, and the Man of Steel, is it what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like an old artificial intelligence robot. And there's the actual Rogue Trader himself. But yeah, I've just had fun painting these off camera. Sometimes I just like doing stuff for myself and it doesn't go up on the channel. I tend to record everything and then just decide what I'm going to put up, but these were just a good bit of fun. And sometimes it's nice not to paint to your top sort of ability level and just relax with it. Like for example, this is very basic, this Eldari Ranger, but it looks good, the silhouette's nice and the colours stand out from everyone else in the team, so when you're playing you know who it is. Could have definitely spent a lot more time on the armour and things, but it's good enough. This is perhaps my favourite miniature from the box set that I've painted. I just love the flames and how they came out, and that was just wet blending with yellows, reds and oranges. But yeah, it was good fun. It looks quite dark and gnarly as opposed to the others, especially like the priest, who's all very vibrant colours with the red and white. Navigator, that was a lot of fun. Also a miniature you don't see in the actual 40k tabletop game, so that was fun to do. The cloak was a bit of a pain. I could probably maybe do another highlight on it if I wanted to, spend a touch more time on it, but overall I'm happy. And then you got the twins, the two Ratlins. These just need a second highlight on the skin just to make it pop a little bit more, but overall I'm happy with them. And again, like all the other miniatures, not top standard, but they all stand out. You can tell who's who on the actual tiles when you play the game. So big thanks again to the subscriber who bought me that. I know you wanted to remain anonymous, but still, thank you very much. It was an amazing gift. Right, so that was everything I did in Season 6. Quite like this format. It's also a nice filler because, as I say, I'm working on a big project at the moment, something I'm having a lot of fun with. So the way it'll work, as I've mentioned previous, we've got a giveaway coming up. So as soon as the channel hits 500 subscribers, we've got a giveaway. All people need to do is just leave a comment in one of the videos, and there'll be a linked community post for when we hit 500. Any comments in there and you'll be entered into the prize draw. I'll do a video explaining exactly what's given away. So there'll be a couple of the miniatures that you see here. I've got some box sets that I've bought that I've only used like one miniature from, so if people want those, some kill teams and some other things. And for anyone who's new to miniature painting, mention it when it's in that comment as well, because I've got paints and things that I'm more than happy to give away, because I'm predominantly using the Pro Acryl range now. So I've got an entire, I think it's 120 Vallejo paints that I'm going to sort of set up into groups of one of each of your main colours, and I'll happily give those away to people if it gets them into the hobby. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and all the YouTube stuff. We'll see you on the next video, and it should be a corker. As I say, it's something I'm really enjoying painting at the moment. And we've got more sculpting and sketches coming as well in the meantime. But we'll see you for that one. That'll be the start of the next season. In between there'll be some more filler videos for you to enjoy. Anything you'd like to see, don't forget to leave it in the comments and let me know. Otherwise we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.